College, yeah, sure. Anything goes in college. College is about letting people know.
Yeah, but not with everyone. Not with everyone. See, there are different types. That's why I said there are different type of people.
Right.
Sometimes they cater. Now, when it comes to shopping, sometimes they only focus on, okay, these are my college clothes, these are my work clothes. But I'm talking about if you really want to mix both
yeah.
and have your own little personal style. What kind of things would you recommend?
See, it depends on the person. So it's a little hard for me to say this.
Okay,
like,
if it's a person like me.
Okay.
Here goes. Dhari is going to judge me right now on the show.
So, okay, just going by what I've seen of you so far, not much. You like your ethnic-y sort of, you've got that vibe.
Yeah.
So, see, you could make this work for both college and work.
Okay.
Yeah, the style you've got going. So, I would say very smart quilter blouses for work and more casual
ones for school.
For school. That's like the easiest thing, yeah?
So basically you what I understood by everything that you said so far is that everything depends on your personality and on your taste.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure that Kai's fashion deals with all that.
Yeah.
And caters to all that.
Yeah.
So how do our audience contact you, Dharani, if they need to? I'm sure they need to by now, so please tell us how they should contact.
Facebook is the best way to get through to me.
And how do you go for that? www.facebook.com
Kai's Closet.
Kai's Closet.
Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
So,
okay, just search for Kai's Closet on Facebook and you'll be finding Dharani and her amazing designs which she has modeled by herself.
Yeah.
So yeah, interesting. So I saw a few very beautiful pictures by the way. You look really nice.
Thanks.
So yeah, I had a really good time with you. I'm sure that you had a crazy time with Jason before. So unfortunately we are out of time, so we need to get out of the studios. If you need to send any of your feedback to our show, about our show, please get on www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka, or also you can if you have missed out any segments of the show, you can go on YouTube, type GMSL and look for our shows as well. Thank you so much, Dharani, for being here. We will hope to see you soon. We are actually hoping to see you soon, not will. Yeah, so all the best with everything that you do.
Thank you very
much.
We'll
be back after this commercial break with Arundhati, who is not new for the show, and so don't go away. Welcome back to Good Morning Sri Lanka. If you have missed any of our segments before, well, I'm really sorry about that. You can check us out on YouTube though. And right now we were speaking about Kai's Closet with Dharani Udgama before the commercial break, but right now we have nobody new for Good Morning Sri Lanka. You've been seeing Ms. Arundhati Siragurunathan every week with Amaya, so we have her back here on our studios. Hi.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
So before we start about our topic, 21 more days for Christmas. What do you think?
Well, the weather is already affecting my throat. I feel it coming.
Yes, and as a lecturer, I'm sure it's very important for you to keep
my voice on track.
Yes, and what do you think about December? Do you generally think, because, Dharani was telling me that December is a very exciting month for entrepreneurs. So as a lecturer, what do you think of the month of December?
Generally it's the other way about, because it's school holidays and everyone's in school having their own things to do, so that's a good time for me to stay home.
Yes, of course. So let's talk about let's dive into the topic, ma'am. Today we're going to talk about why children lie. Children and lying, like I told you before we started the show, is actually a very sensitive topic. Sometimes most of us, what we do is when children lie, we don't really take it as a big deal. We try to sort of diminish the importance of it. But before we get into all that, tell me what you think, what your perspective is on about lying. Why do children lie?
Well, I guess it's like every child has a little bit of Pinocchio hidden in them, right? So my answer to that is generally all young children have the tendency to lie, right? But what we need to have in mind is there are reasons behind this. So the first reason can be the fact that to avoid consequences.
Okay.
Like say for instance they do something and they know something's going to happen, so they lie about just to avoid the consequence.
They don't want to get caught.
Yeah. And the other reason is to fabricate stories and make up stories to get excess attention, right? And of course last but the least is to manipulate situation to get what they want.
Right.
So but See, the studies say, the new research studies says that children under basically about 3 years, because you need to have your communication skills on track to start lying, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Of course.
So it should be a child above 3 when they get into this behavioral pattern. So when they are about 3, the studies say that they have the tendency to lie every 2 hours.
When you're 3, they lie every 2 hours.
They have the tendency.
They have the tendency.
Yeah.
Okay.
And above 3, basically they say it becomes higher, right? And especially if you're in an age group of where you're going to school, like above 6 to 8, the tricky part is they become convincing liars that you cannot catch whether they are really lying or not. Not like Pinocchio where his nose is going to go, because they figure out that the parents understand or believe what they say, and of course they cannot read their mind. So it becomes very easy for them.
Okay, but I've noticed that, like you said before, there are 3 factors of why children lie, and the whole thing about fabricating stories and creating imaginary scenarios in their lives.
That is not lying. I should have mentioned that. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Pretend play and imaginary storytelling.
The 2 things.
It is with the child development, right? So when a child tells you a lot of imaginary stories, you need to go along with that and help it out. That is not lying.
So what if a child says, okay, this happened today at school, and goes on about telling something that obviously can happen only in a fairy tale? That's obviously lying. So how can we? Where's the fine line between that?
The fine line is a lie is where you are not trying to protect yourself.
When you're not trying to protect yourself.
Or try to bail yourself out of a situation.
Okay.
Imaginary stories don't do that. So when a child comes and say, okay, at interval that an alien came and stole his bottle, because they do that, because he just forgot the bottle at home, at school, sorry. So then you say, is that so? And play along with the whole story. But then you need to tell them, look, I know you forgot the bottle, but it's alright. Because you need to handle the lies age appropriately.
Right. So then what you're saying is, breaking up that whole scene at once and saying, no, that's not true. I know there are no such thing called aliens, and I know that you're lying. Saying that at once is actually demotivating for the child. Is that what you mean? Coming back to the topic, I would say a parent should never put the child's self-esteem down. So if you call your child a liar, the first thing that is going to happen is you are going to get registered.
Yeah, you're going to put your child down, and you're throwing a label at him for maybe a little mistake which he's doing through doubt or fear of facing consequences. Yes. So when you do that, you need to be very gentle about it and sort it out from there.
Alright, so how do we react as adults when children lie, especially parents?
Very emotional, isn't it? Because this bundle of joy or your pride is finally, lying to you. So
and
it's
you know it.
You know it. Sometimes you know it, sometimes you might not. But still, you find out at one point, right? So then it's a very emotional experience that your child did this to you. So I would say the first thing is you need to analyze the situation. You need to really analyze the situation. Why is this happening?
Okay.
Don't try to blow your fuse and be angry about it. That really not going to sort any problem. Okay. Right? And I think is don't put them into situations where they will have the tendency in lying to you, because sometimes parents do things like, okay, a small child either say they break something or they spill something, and then the mother asks, who did this, or did you do this? So it's very obvious he did it, right?
Yes.
So the child is not going to say, yes, I did
it.
Right?
Exactly.
So you need to tell them, okay, you spilled this, or this is broken, so okay, let's clear it up or let's fix it, right? And of course, as parents, you need to keep this in mind, that this is one of the most, how can I say, easily resolved behavioral patterns, or a pattern which can be avoided by right parenting.
That's interesting, because I don't think anybody knew that it's actually resolvable Completely. So you are saying that
It is.
it is.
It is.
That's interesting. More on that after this commercial break, so don't go away. And we have, if you have any feedback, please get onto our Facebook page. That's www.facebook.com/Good Morning Sri Lanka. Don't go anywhere. We have more stuff to talk about with Ms. Arunathi Sivagunathan.